How are you guys doing so far? Hope you guys are doing pretty nice. We're doing some more hardcore stuff, and hopefully my brain is gonna be alright. But hopefully today we're also gonna be hopefully today we're gonna be able to set up the iron farm, or some overpowered version of an iron farm by the end of today. I can't even segue to like different parts of the stream. This is going great. My brain is still kind of foggy. My brain's still kind of foggy. I'm already repeating myself. This is going great. This is a good sign for me. I only took like a nap up towards like 6:30 p.m. Since like I took a nap at like 5:15, woke up at 6:30, still feeling groggy or friggin' messed up as well, as hell. Oh god, I can't speak anymore. And yeah, so far my energy levels are still completely and utterly fricked. Even if I drank like some coffee, which I just did like a few minutes earlier, still does nothing. I swear to god, I have like some sort of caffeine like intolerance after a while. I swear to god. So anyway, apart from me from just complaining about other stuff, I'm gonna start bringing out what the tutorial was. Logical, I think it was like it's another Logical Geek Boy sort of like I don't know if it's actually a design that he made, but it definitely is like a sort of design that we're gonna follow along. And that is going to involve the usage. That is an easy iron farm design. I'm looking for the overpowered one-ish. Is it even overpowered? I don't think it's going to be overpowered, considering it's not the not the most overpowered design that you can go for. How you doing, by the way, Erdtrends again? Hope you're doing pretty nice, by the way, mate. So I don't even have any music in the background. This is going great. Oh god, my throat is. Well, my throat feels okay, but definitely my brain is just not having a very fun time trying to like get through all of this stream today. This is going great. I'm just having like random like neurons firing in all sorts of like locations, and it all sucks. It just kind of feels very whack all of a sudden. All right, we're gonna bring ourselves the window, if I can bring this up over here. Aha! For a nice sort of pillager quadrant, not a quadrant, I mean, it is a quadrant cell design, but I'm gonna basically grab 4 villagers, put them into like a nice sort of arrangement like this, as you can see in the play window, and hopefully things would work. And then also in theory, we can actually tile this sort of like design in like multiple floors, so as long as we have like multiple like pillagers and whatnot, we can like stack up like cells upon cells of like villagers and pillagers and have some pretty wacky rates. But I think we'll just get away with just only one pillager for now. Not one villager. We have like plenty of villagers over here. Most of which I actually have no idea what I'm gonna do. So this is gonna make things a little bit awkward. Anyway, Erdtrend says I just hit day 200 my hardcore world. So wow, you're already at 400. Hey, no. But anyway, I hope you're doing pretty nice again, Erdtrends. But anyway, let's see if we can try and make sure we can follow along with this and hopefully not lose our brain cells. So I'm gonna see how things would go again with this, because I actually only like skimmed through this entire design. The design basically works with like the pillager being the sort of like zombie that you usually use for like iron farms, which is much more effective. Actually, not just more effective, but much more like longer range. So that way you can have like this sort of arrangement for like the villagers. But I'm trying to figure out where is the start of the construction. Yeah, I already know how this entire thing works. We need some measurements. Give you some measurements so I can get some work done over here.
So you can build this for yourself.
Yeah, we can build this for yourself. Amazing. How you know, by the way, XBX again?
I've laid down some colored glass blocks so we can easily count the space.
Wow, we can finally easily count the blocks. Amazing. I mean, this is actually really very helpful for following on and like designs. I'm just going to talk over Logical Geek Boy multiple times because I just want to get the measurements right. So we need to build a platform area 18 blocks. Is it 18 blocks, right? Okay, so how would... Okay, I'm trying to figure out how exactly would the height be calculated, or what is the right height that we need to like go for. Because if you look at the Iron Golem collection system or whatever, I don't know if that counts... or that matters to this sort of like block height arrangement. Why the frick did you do that, YouTube? Okay. Probably doesn't, as far as I know. There isn't like, especially with like our current design, our very basic AF design of an iron farm. It doesn't really, like the depth of the Iron Golem that's quite close to where the villagers are. It doesn't seem to really affect the rates that much or at all. So honestly, like, the location of where these iron golem grinders or something doesn't really matter too much. So anyway, that's fine by me. We'll just need to figure out a nice sort of space to build the iron farm, because I actually don't really know where that is going to be. Probably over here, because this is a nice sort of open area, and considering that we might need to like take some space anyway, this would probably make a little bit of sense. I need some frame blocks for measuring stuff, so that way I know what the frick am I supposed to be doing around through here. Do I have any sort of spare construction blocks I can use for measurements? Ideally something that can be easily broken without losing my mind. Anyway, Urtrain says, I finally killed the Wither for the first time without cheats. Good for you, mate. I mean, so far, like, Java, playing, like, on Java, it actually isn't too hard to defeat the Wither as long as you get the right gear and all that stuff. But hey, big pog, though. Alright, yeah, what blocks can I use that I can easily measure out sort of, like, measurements and whatnot without having to not instantly. I want to instantly break them, so that way my life doesn't feel like in shambles whenever I need to break blocks, but I guess we can just stick to stone bricks, I guess. I can't use, yeah, using glass will take too long, and it doesn't help that, like, some of the white glass has already been used around here, so that'll look not great. Maybe magma blocks could actually be useful because we can instantly mine them, but then again we can instantly mine these stone bricks or whatever. Okay, whatever, it doesn't really matter, but I know for a fact I'm probably going to miscalculate or miscount like the measurements for where the iron golem should be situated. Okay, let's hope I don't remember things. Anyway, it was easier than I thought, as you just said, so big pog. Alright. Let's figure out where would we want to put the optimal spot. Why is my frames dropping? Is my frames like already affecting the stream today? I have no idea. That's something that's definitely not up right with the frames for today. Been experiencing some frame drops for whatever reason. Alright, 3 blocks. So how long or how tall should this be again? Let me just quickly, oh my god, I hate the fact that you can easily scrub through this with like num key sort of like inputs. It's not really helpful in this sort of regard. So 18 blocks high.
That are being killed so they don't interfere with the farm. And basically, if you take the level where
wait, do they actually do interfere with the farm? What?
The ground do we need to be? We need to make sure we're far enough away from the golems that are being killed so they don't interfere with the.
I mean, I guess probably like the iron golem rates. That might probably make sense.
If you take the
like the mob rates or the mob like cap rates, I guess.
And then you'll
like I was like thinking, wait, is there now actually like is there still a mechanic where if you kill iron golems, it would still make like the villagers upset or whatnot? But as far as I know, it's just the mob cap sort of thing. So that doesn't seem to be a big issue, I think.
So I've got it there, 18 blocks.
All right, 18 blocks.
And then your couple walls here go on top of that, so they'll be the 19th block.
Alright, so we need some stone brick, not stone bricks. I need some like some walls real quick so that way we can add that to the end. I should have some, I mean I can just easily craft it actually. Get ourselves some like quick walls real quick, there we go. We'll add that to the end, that's the 19th block. Alright, we'll see how that will work. I need to grab my tool shulker box because I'm going to keep forgetting about that at some point I guess. Alright, anyway, what mods do I use? You can do exclamation mark mods in the chat. Why am I not able to get the dashboard up? What the frick is wrong with me? Hey, but how you doing by the way, Mick Luke? Hope you're doing pretty nice by the way, mate. How long have you been playing on this hardcore world? Since Boxing Day of last year, so relatively new as far as I would say in my standards. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Alright, so that's the height of this area here. Put some stone, or like not some stone bricks or anything, but just like some walls over here. Okay.
That's where the pillager goes in the center, and then go
wait,
on top
let me
of
just
that,
go back.
There'll be the 19th block, and that's where the pillager goes in the center.
Yep.
And then we've got the four pods of villagers around the outside. They're in a square, all equal, and the pillager is dead in the center.
Yep,
and
makes
these
sense.
Beds should be a total of 11 blocks apart. So there's
11 blocks apart.
Blocks here between.
What's the measurement
beds,
from like
also the pillager, just to make sure.
Okay, so from the perimeter itself, I mean, I probably would need to like get some like glass blocks in the middle so we get the pillager chamber set up and all that stuff, I guess. Can't speak properly today, holy frick. And also, how you doing by the way, Diamond Ho Joe? Hope you're doing pretty nice so far, mate. Hey, hope you're doing pretty nice so far. How you guys doing from like Diamond Hojo's stream? Rodeo says, wait, did you die? When was the last time you've been in the chat so far? Because I kind of remember you being here some, like, after our Season 6 death, unless you haven't. Hi, I am back. March 26th. And then, yeah, it's like after, like, yeah, you chatted, like, after we, like, lost our Season 6 Hardcore World, so I don't know how this is a surprise. I wasn't. Your last chat messages I can read are from, like, December 28th. That was actually after Season 7's death. So that was Season 8, so I am confusion on what your activity was. You actually came back on, like, March 26th. So, I mean, probably you were just lurking or something like that, but then again, I have no idea what the heck you were doing back then. But yeah, I definitely remember you joining in the chat earlier. And so far the logs, or the chat logs, point that out. Anyway, yes, I was working apparently. Interesting. Anyway, Diamond Raid, how we doing? So far we're doing okay, I guess. I'm just trying not to lose my mind on how we can construct a much better iron golem farm around through here. I'm also trying to make sure I know where all the freaking measurements are, or where all the blocks are supposed to be placed. So let's just deal with this. Anyway, building a farming district, it looks like. Mainly, I guess. I mean, I don't really know if I want to call this a district or anything just yet. But then again, that is a nice sort of building idea that I want to go for. I don't know what else to describe it as, but pretty much it would probably be like a sort of district, I guess. Alright, break that off. Hang on, let me just quickly do a refresh, or not a refresh, a quick look on all the mods that I'm using right now to see if there's anything that might seem a little bit weird. Because I'm seeing a lot of weird frame drops on my end, and that could probably be because there's a performance mod that I don't have that is causing that, but I have no idea. I'm noticing some very weird frame drops on my end. Alright, get that fixed up. Throat, please. Why do you have to be an absolute arse for today, Throat? Okay, so this is 2 blocks over here. Oh my god. I'm honestly not a big fan of, like, blue. Like, this blue, like, glass over here, but honestly, I actually don't mind it too much, considering there'll be some water around through here for where the pillager is going to be jumping all the time. So, I honestly don't know if I want to not care about that. So anyway, so from here, there is a 6-block gap around here. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can sense another frame drop, I swear to God. Okay. Then we need to build like 11 block sort of perimeters around through here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, please do not swap out blocks while I'm trying to do this. 8, 9, 10, and 11. And that's 11 not in total, but like in distance, and right? Let me just double check from like somewhere else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, so that's basically the distance between each bed, so that's perfect. So we'll just need to put in 2 extra blocks over here, and then do this. 2 blocks extra over here, and then add like a sort of like thing over here. And then basically do the same process all over this entire glass chamber thing. Do I even call this a prison for where the pillager is going to be for the rest of his life? I have no idea. Alright, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 2, and then do this. I can do math. I'm so good at this game. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, doop. Amazing. This is like high quality, like Minecraft content as always. Rodeo has absolutely no idea how !S6 works or something, and even missed out the message of where BX is trying to like give him the clip link, so that's amazing. Do you glitches like sand and TNT dupe? I mean, I'm thinking of using sand, like, or like any sort of gravity dupe things for like big sort of projects involving that. Like for example, if I need a lot of concrete, it would probably make sense to work on like some sort of like gravity duper using gravel and sand. But I don't usually want to go for that route unless it's gonna save us a lot more time than dying all the time but just digging up sand and gravel. So yeah, that's pretty much something that I might go for, but usually I don't usually go for that. For TNT duping, it's technically like a vanilla-ish sort of like feature in the way that developers have been actively trying to make sure that that function still works, considering that there isn't really a proper sort of replacement to that sort of feature. So technically, it's much more more accepting than, you know, like sand duping and all that stuff. But anyway, to each their own. Honestly, it's really down to how people go play Minecraft, you know. Okay, let's hopefully. I'm just gonna hope my throat does not gunk up throughout the entire stream, because I'm beginning to notice that quite a lot. Okay, so we have 11 blocks apart in some areas. So we got the perimeter set up.
This block here that lines up with the pillow of the bed over there.
The pillow.
So
makes
next up,
sense.
where do you put the spawning platforms? Well, they are a 5x5.
Okay, there are 5x5 platforms, and they're located how?
And then some fence gates.
Okay, hang on. So to build the spawning platforms for where the iron golems are going to be, does it necessarily have to be 3 beds at each like section? Because I cannot bloody tell. Hold on, let me try and get the camera view up. Like, so far there's only 3 beds located here, but then again there's only 1 villager in there, so I don't know why they need 3 beds. So I guess we'll just follow on the directions of where that is, I believe. Okay, anyway. I'm gonna get like another different type of block for all the iron golem platforms. You know what? Let's try and throw in some irony into this and just use some iron blocks for the platforms. That definitely is not ominous or whack whatsoever, right? Right? Okay, anyway. This is gonna be very whack after a while. Let me see if I can try and do some math over here. 36. That's roughly round enough for like, yeah, all 4 platforms, which is perfect. Okay, let's put this back over here. Okay, let's see if this would look or hopefully this would look pretty good, I guess. Sean the Sheep says, hey Fox, guess what? I mean, I can't really guess about what you're gonna say. Do you have any tips on getting into building? I want to make a house on day 15 and 200 plus days later, I've still not finished it. I mean, you just take the time to still keep working on it. If you're still like working on it after like 200 days-ish, that's still relatively normal. Unless you want to make, unless you want to scale down like the size of the house, but that's all up to you, honestly. There really isn't much tips except to really just get into like a routine building stuff, and yeah, that's pretty much about it. Chili _8, hope you're doing pretty nice, by the way. Haxilgen says, hey Fox, is Java milk. Why is everyone's name so hard to like pronounce again? Account got banned for botting for no reason, so this is my new account, which is interesting. Anyway, hope you're doing pretty nice so far though, Hacks. Also, how are you doing, by the way, Fox says XPXX. My brain is unfortunately being very stupid right now. Or not just stupid, it's the best word I can describe it is pretty mushy. If you know what the feeling of feeling absolutely mushy is. It's hard to describe that to anyone who has never felt completely, not completely exhausted, but somewhat exhausted to the point where you're just not functioning right. And that's kind of what I'm feeling right now. It's not a really great feeling, honestly. Anyway, I need to do some counting here. So 3, 5, yep. So we need a 5 block high sort of locations over there. I am detecting a lot of weird frame drops, and I don't know what the frick is that being caused by. But it's really annoying. Anyway, I also found my very first god apple in like a desert temple. Nice, big pog, Sean. Also, I mean like a 20 by 10 house with no real details and not a mega base. So yeah, I'm still having trouble like trying to figure out why what would be the issue on why is it taking such a long time. I mean, then again, if you're trying to like yeah, there's a lot of like context like somewhat missing, because at the same time it should be relatively easy to like handle like a 20 by 10 sort of house build, but Is there any difficulties or problems that you're encountering that's causing that to be a pretty slow process? I'm not too sure. So that hasn't been disclosed yet. Smooth brain moment. It's not really a smooth brain moment. This is really like a feeling where you're just not having the energy to really bother shite or deal with anything in your life right now. So it's not really a smooth brain moment. That is where idiots in the chat is basically at. This is mainly about like you're just done with life and you just want to go and fall into like a deep sleep. Alright, anyway. Tips for motivation, that's what I mean. I mean, if you're looking for tips for motivation, that's a bit hard because everyone's mind is a little bit different. And also, like, depending on what you're building, what you're building right now is basically just a 20 by 10 house. It's a lot more harder to recommend some tips because mainly, like, the tips I know of are for, like, long-term builds. You know, like, it takes, like, months to work on. If you're struggling with motivation in terms of building a simple house structure or something like that, I think that's really just down to not having inspiration for a build. Also, stay hydrated by the way, XBX. So yeah, I'm struggling still to like figure out what is sort of like motivation issues with that, because it's an easy task. The issue is probably like down to motivation, having absolutely no idea what the hell do you build. But then again, you probably already know what you're trying to build, and you're just struggling to figure out time to like build it, which is even more hard to figure out. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird, complicated situation. So it's going to be really down to like how you how your routine and sort of like playstyle works for Minecraft. Yeah, just go with what you like or what your style is, and then just start working from there. Like once you start getting to work, you're able to get some motivation out of it. Usually the best tip I can also give when it comes to like working on literally anything is just to keep doing it. If you don't have the motivation or the sort of like will to keep doing it, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it, because eventually that motivation comes up again. And it's just no point of like having to wait for it to arrive, because that would just be kind of pointless. Alright, let's go and fill in the platforms over here. Alright. I don't know if I should leave the sort of markers behind, but considering that there really isn't any point for some of these areas, or some of these like extra blocks, I'll probably get rid of them. But let me see if I can try and copy the sort of layout of the rest of the stuff here, though. So that's 2 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Or is that 4? God damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there we go. So that should be about it. Yeah, that's on level. Then we make this into a 5 by 5 structure. Yeah, that should be pretty much good. If you're working on something else while you're also working to build like your house, that probably also is a big like not a problem, but like an obstacle to like to some motivation to work on your house or whatnot. So yeah, definitely get that finished. Alright, anyway, we'll just keep going over here and grab all the leftover debris that's over here. Also, how you doing, by the way, Kalo? I'm so sorry if I'm like very slow reading messages. I blame my brain and my freaking slow reaction times. And I'm also somewhat tired, despite taking a nap like a few minutes earlier. I absolutely hate it. And it actually makes me consider really like changing up the stream schedule to not really include Wednesday, because it's really, thanks to university and stuff like that, like my energy levels have been always completely drained on like a Tuesday, Thursday, and Wednesday. It's not fun whatsoever. So that might have to be like a sort of thing I need to deal with in the near future. Probably after like my semester break, which would arrive in like a few more weeks, so that should be fine, I guess, if I can live through that. I can detect my throat beginning to get very gunky, and I absolutely hate it. Did I accidentally build like an extra block? Yeah, that seems to be up to level. So let's deal with that. Or deal with that real quick. 3, 4, 5. Alright, that's all the iron golem platforms sorted out. We just need to add the gate fence, like the sort of like fence gates, to make sure that the iron golem does not go into a specific direction or something. That'll be pretty useful, so we'll set that up pretty soon. Anyway, this wandering trader is just going to be vibing over here. 𝗦cie𝗰𝗶 the Wandering Trader, great name. Alright, anyway. How much wood do I have in terms of, like, making a lot of fence gates? I don't think there is enough wood I can, utilize. Maybe we can turn this into sticks for the meantime. And, ooh. In terms of, like, wood for, yeah. In terms of wood for, like, getting all the fence gates sorted out, I think we'll just have to, like, get some more. So we'll just quickly go back to our favorite forest run through here and just destroy everything. Just destroy everything as always. God, I can also tell my voice is completely and utterly fricked. Rest in peace, throat. Alright, I'll just keep going around through here. If you play for 10 hours straight, it depends on really where you're putting those like 10 hours in terms of like your hardcore world, because just spending 10 hours like grinding stuff is not as really, I would say, fulfilling, not just productive, but fulfilling, like emotionally, or not emotionally. What's the word? Oh god, my brain. Like, it's not stimulating, there we go, compared to like doing other stuff. So I'm not too sure exactly, not exactly where your like time is being spent in your hardcore world. It is like fair to say that like having to spend 10 hours grinding materials is not fun and stimulating and stuff like that. And your motivational levels are going to be plummeting after all of that as well. Why not use schematic for an iron farm? Because I'm not really, what's the word? Not into it, because I can see the value or the reasoning of using like like a mod like schematic and stuff like that. But like if there has to be like a modification and stuff like that to like the design for whatever reason, or if I have to use different blocks, because sometimes some schematic blocks or schematic based mods, they always force you to use like a certain type of block instead of something else as alternatives. I mean, you could probably edit it, but again, it's pretty finicky in some mods. And also, I just straight up just have absolutely no really like any sort of interest in installing them, because they're also pretty finicky to like get right and sort it out as well. So it's a range of issues, but mainly it's just something I just don't really see myself using all the time, especially for big projects when I know what I'm doing in my mind and not really in like a sort of tutorial sort of thing. Alright, anyway. Also the Gammon Zone, hope you're doing pretty nice, the Gammon Zone. Hope you're doing pretty nice. And also Sean the Sheep with the follow as well. Welcome to the Fox Army, guys. Okay, I'm detecting my throat being an absolute arse. It's beginning to get gunky for no good reason. Lovely. How you doing, by the way, Gammon Zone? Hope you're doing pretty nice. Anyway, just freehand butcher everything. That's my approach. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you very much, Sir Nipplington, again for that. Yeah, why is my throat beginning to get, like, noticeably gunky? Like, there's, like, some sort of, like, I don't know, probably some mucus or something, like, stuck to my throat, but I can't get it seemingly out. It's so freaking annoying. Okay, we'll grab all the leftover sticks. We're gonna make ourselves a lot of fence gates. They're probably gonna be mismatched colors, because I hate myself, I guess. How many fence gates is that? We need more sticks, that's fine. So, tons and tons. How much freaking fence gates do I even need? How many fence gates do you really need?
Next up, where do you put the spawning platforms? Well, the columns can spawn.
Oh god, I hate dealing with that.
The pillage.
So we got that sorted out. So we need. Okay, we can use regular fences for most parts. So yeah, we need also some regular fences for the most part. Jesus. Okay. Anyway, that's gonna be a lot of fun. Gonna be a lot of fun indeed. All right. So there we go. Got some fences over here. Some fence gates. I think it only just needs 10, as far as I can see, but hopefully that 43 is going to be enough. So that means we probably wouldn't. I mean, yeah, 43 should be hopefully enough for all of that. Hopefully we have enough fences, though. So we'll get that sorted out. Can I please land over here? Thank you very much. Okay, for where the iron golems will be dropping from, it appears that the iron golems will be dropping off from, like, away from the farm itself, so we're gonna need to place down some fences around the edges, like so. And hopefully I'm not gonna freaking scuff this design up. Anyway, I'm doing good, says Gammon Zone. Nice. Glad to hear you're doing pretty nice. 𝗏𝗏, welcome back again, mate. Hope you're doing pretty well. Tip for your throat if you're not lactose intolerant is to drink a glass of milk. No. I already had, like, dealt with, like, a course with how to deal with, like, vocal health, and milk is not helpful. The fat does not help it at all. It's not sore, it's gunky, which basically means that something is, like, building up in your throat. And one of the biggest, contributing sort of, like, liquids is milk, because, okay, how do I describe it? Because, again, the fat, it begins to start building up in, like, parts of your throat if, like, gains thick onto mucus and whatnot. But without making it more disgusting to discuss as far as I can make it. But yeah, drinking milk is not really a good solution in terms of what I'm dealing with right now. Usually water, or actually better, like some sort of tea or honey would usually work better, but it depends really on how your body and throat works out with terms of things. Okay, how in the bloody hell do I line this fence gate up? How do I even, like, get this to be placed around through here? Because I don't think... Okay, there we go. I think this is a little bit finicky to get right, but I think we got it sorted out, and I fell down because I'm a freaking idiot. I'm so good at this game. Yeah, it's not dry. If it's dry, I would have to, like, I'll be drinking, like, lots and lots of water as a result of that, but it's not dry. Okay, this fence gates are really getting a bit annoying. But yeah, it's just gunky. I absolutely hate it. Alright, that's the first set of, like, fence gates sorted out. We need to place down a block on top of each one over here. And then we'll put another set of fences or fence gates around through here, I guess. This is definitely not kind of scuffy-ish. I mean, it is not really too scuffy-ish, but it is a bit finicky to get right. And since they're on the same height as a fence, these fence gates are a little bit finicky to get into position. Alright, oh my god. This is gonna happen multiple times, I swear to god. Alright. Also, a lot of cooked pork chops in the inventory I see. I mean, we can easily buy them, so that's the reason why they're in my inventory at the moment. Butchers are very useful. Alright. Whoops. Let me try and get this right. Okay. And I fell down again. I'm so good at this game, but it doesn't really matter because we got this entire thing sorted out now. Okay, that's one platform. That's only one freaking iron golem platform, so we'll still need to do multiple of them. Lovely. How painful this would be by the end of the stream, I have no idea. Okay, let's get the fences set up. This is perhaps like the only easy bit of setting this entire like platform up, is just setting up the outside fences over here. Alright. Get that sorted out. I wonder what MC would be without elytras and scaffolding. I mean, I easily survived without scaffolding back in like season 6. So scaffolding, yeah, definitely we can easily survive that. Elytras though, that would be an absolute pain in the arse. Like a lot of like yeah, a lot of like builds nowadays rely on like grand scale or grand height related stuff, and a lot of like farms as well require like a large deal of height. So without the existence of elytras, it will be such a pain in the bloody butt to get all those farms and such working out. So if it wasn't for an introduction of 1.9, everyone will be suffering it to this very day. Let's go and get this all sorted out, hopefully. God, I hate my throat so much. Alright. It actually could possibly be like a weather thing, because it is getting much more colder than usual. But then again, I've already like dealt with like cold weather in like past streams, and I never really dealt with like a very gunky throat like this. So I'm still equally as confused on why the hell this is happening to me. Alright. Let me just land on top over here. And this should be hopefully good enough for us to work with. And I fell down again like a freaking pro. So good at this game. Holy frick. Anyway, isn't steak better than cooked pork chops? As far as I know, the what's the description? Oh, how do you call this again? The sort of stats of using eating pork chop versus steak are actually the same, I think. As far as I know, they actually are the same. So it doesn't really matter too much. It's just down to availability, I think. I probably would need to double check on that, but as far as I remember researching, steak and pork chop have like shared the same sort of statistics. But then again, it doesn't stop people yelling at me to use golden carrots, which still don't help as much as I thought they would. Alright, anyway. What other messages have I missed here? I don't think I missed too many, which is good for me, so I can just focus on getting this farm hopefully set up, because I'm probably going to have an aneurysm trying to make sure everything is working fine. And if something does not work very fine, then, yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem for me. Because I would love this to be working on the first time we set this up, please. It's also going to be a pain in the arse to transport the pillager and the villager as well, so that's going to be interesting as well to deal with. But I think we can probably get away with like a temporary rail network of some kind, maybe. We'll see. All right, get that sort out. Let me see if we can try and like get the outside fences up first, or fence gates out first, so that way we don't have to deal with this bloody mess. All right, I put this like that. Oh, I'm such a genius. Okay. Do that, and make sure everything is lined up. Oh my god, I'm so good. Okay, this is going great, but at least we know that this entire like system of setting up fence gates work. There probably is a way more easier way of handling these sort of things. But oh well, it works. So, as long as it works, it works. And yeah, you're right, in terms of hunger and saturation, exact same stats. So, the more you know. But yeah, it's also down to like availability and whether you also want, I mean, technically you can also get like leather with pork chop if you have like a hogland farm, so it's just really down to what's the easiest farm to set up. I'll get for like a butcher for like the early game though, because you can easily buy in bulk like a lot of food. Food. Wow, my brain. My brain's already beginning to affect my speech so hard. No, leave me alone, brain. But yeah, still pretty pog though. Is there something wrong with? Did I set these? Hang on, let me just double check the this platform over here, because I think I set up the thing wrong a little bit. Let me just double check that. All right, that's the one block. Food over here. Did I set up the fences correctly? Yeah, that seems to be about right. So why was I like thinking or like noticing this being a little bit wrong? Yeah, that should be right. Okay, I don't know. Maybe my brain's being paranoid or something. All right. Damn it. So we're gonna try and line this up in a single try. So anyway, Kayla says, what should I do if there's a huge spider on my wall? I mean, ideally, leave it alone. But then again, that probably is not a very ideal way of solving the situation. And I don't think UTF's like advice of hugging it would do any better. But yeah, usually I would just, if there's like a huge ass spider, I'm just like, nope, I'm just gonna leave it alone. As long as it doesn't go straight into my bed, then everything will be fine. But if it doesn't go like that, then I guess then the violence might be the answer, unfortunately. But yeah, usually just leave it alone. Also, should I do my first ever raid? Because when they came out, I was like in that I don't want to play any more stage. If you want to go for like a Minecraft raid, I mean, it's up to you if you want to go for it. Ideally, I would usually go for a Minecraft raid if you already set up like a villager trading system in place or something. So at least you can like benefit from like the hero of the village sort of discounts. So that's all up to you. Just make sure you know I can't speak anymore. Just be sure to make sure you set up like what's the word? Like some sort of like high ground points. Like some sort of like towers and whatnot, because you'll be dealing with like a lot of wacky sort of like beefed up mobs. that will be deadly if you have to do like any sort of melee combat. So make sure you're able to get like a nice bow and just shoot the frick out of them from a distance. And also run away from like Vexes as well. They absolutely suck. Anyway, I have a pillager trap at the moment. Does he have like the banner and all that stuff? I mean, that probably would make sense for what you need to do. Also, Spider, get your netherite sword and kill it, says Gaming Zone. Amazing. Also, new friend. Yeah, the spider is your new friend. And also, I doubt giving it a cookie would do any better either. As far as I know, spiders don't really appreciate cookie handouts. Alright, so with these platforms set up for the Iron Golem, like, sort of, distributions. For the Iron Golems to spawn on and then drop off somewhere. We'll add the water layer on. What else do we still need to do?
Underneath and on the side here to hold the water up. And that should be a total of 5.
But yeah, 5 blocks.
And then to do the layer above,
guys can't even see it
again, so the pillager, the beds.
Yeah, so if you want to like also like add multiple levels of the farm, you can actually do that, and it doesn't really affect too much of the rates. Okay, so that would have to be 20 blocks.
Now, the villagers in the corners don't see the golems that spawn on the opposite corners over there, and that's to make sure we have to make sure that we're out of range.
Oh, there are like multiple villagers,
and we have to count from the feet of the bed because the villager can occupy the pillow end. So if we count these blocks right here, all the way
my brain is just absorbing the information right now. So anyway, we'll just copy the sort of layout. Yeah, we'll just copy the layout where the villager's at. I'm probably gonna like also add like a light block underneath it, like underneath the where the villagers are going to be going to. So that would make a bit of sense of what we need to do, I guess. I would just replace it with glowstone instead of like a sea lanterns, just for making our lives a little bit more easier. Anyway, I'll leave this view up for a bit so we can somewhat know what the cells or construction should look like. So I'm going to quickly grab ourselves some glowstone, and we'll put those villager platforms all up, I guess. It doesn't, like, I don't think, like, Logical Geek Boy at all, like, oh, I'm actually gonna grab some shroom lights. Actually, it looks a little bit more better. Did I also see, like, also my hostile sounds are still, like, not even turned on correctly. Oh, God. Where the frick is that ghast over here? Get wrecked, you idiot. I'm gonna get some mushroom lights, because actually that looks a little bit more better to work with. So I'll grab some of these, and grab some of these. Anyway, Ite Coral says, bro, keep up with what you're doing. You're mother freaking G, I guess, I'm gonna presume. So I guess I appreciate that, I guess. Hope you're doing pretty nice though, Ite. Anyway, what are messages I missed here? Also, welcome to the Fox Army as well, mate. What was this portal about, actually? Was this like, what? Yeah, what portal? I think that's the portal to, like, where the Acacia Village is nearby, so I think that's the reason why there's a portal over there. Anyway, let's just go back over here, I guess. Yeah, if you were gonna be doing, like, a villager raid, do it to a village that you're most likely able to, like, dispense, or be willing to, like, dispense all the villagers, because there might be a high chance that all the villagers would die. So, yeah, just a little bit of a heads up about that Urtrends. Alright, anyway. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing too many more messages. Also, I just realized one of the timers I need to disable is still running right now, so that's not particularly helpful. Can I log in onto Stream Elements before my sanity is destroyed? Absolutely not. Apparently, it's going to take 5 whole seconds for me to log into Stream Elements, so that's not helpful. Okay, let me just quickly disable one thing. There we go, and we're gonna also disable, where's that thing? There we go, we're gonna also disable that for the meantime. Where's Ko-Fi? Where's the Ko-Fi link? There we go. So far, the Gamers Outreach sort of campaign is already over. I think that they raised up to like $500,000 like dollars, which is pretty insane. So, hey, that's a big pog. So all we need to do now is set up the villager bed areas. So let's set that up, or the cells basically for the entire iron farm to work, I guess. So how does this want to be arranged? So we need to replace the block over here with some shroom lights. So we'll quickly do that. I'm so good at placing down blocks, holy frick. Anyway, do you play other games on stream? I mean, if you've seen the previous stream that we did like on Saturday, then you can probably tell what other games that we played on stream already. I mean, we've been recently also been playing a lot of Hollow Knight, so that's also pretty fun. I got a hoglin out in the nether and then trapped it in a cage inside my house, and then excuse me. Then I forgot that it turned into a zoglin when they're in the overworld, so that was a nice surprise. So, hey, big pog. And now I have this big ass zombie pig. That sounds very weird out loud. Alright, anyway. How long has this world taken you from where you are right now? So this hardcore world has only been alive for, yeah, roughly around like 3 months as far as I know, because it started on like December 26th. I wasn't really too active at the very beginning of January, but then from January, February, March, that's how active we've been. So I think it's only roughly around like 3 months old, which is, yeah, not too bad, honestly, with how much progress we've been making. I mean, then again, I'm actually not, I wasn't really expecting too much of a dramatic sort of change anyway, because I already got used so much to like the end game stuff, because I used to have like a 2-year old hardcore world until we did something very stupid to it, and that is by dying. But anyway, we're making good progress on this hardcore world though. Alright, so we got the shroom lights set up. You'll probably get, no, I'm gonna actually keep this because that might be very useful for moving like stuff around. We'll have to move the pillager last, because that's how we're gonna make sure the farm is like enabled and all that stuff. So we'll set up the beds. Do I even have enough beds for all the villager cells? That actually is a bit of a worry that I have. So we'll definitely see how things would go. I'm gonna grab like another glass block or some other glass blocks I can use, if that's even possible. Yeah, I'm just gonna use regular glass for the meantime. That's fine, I guess. We'll just put some over here, one over here, and then one over here to make sure that the villagers stay put. Alright, don't fall off, please. Yep, just put that over there and over there. And we'll put like another one over here. Just like so. But yeah, we need to like figure out a way to fit in the beds. Or actually no, it's not like fitting in the beds, but do we still have like enough beds for us to like for the freaking iron farm? Hopefully I have enough beds. But I don't think there is actually enough materials or beds that I have laying around somewhere, so I'll double check everything. Anyway, what did I do? I went on a bit of a cruel on this one, and I decided to make a contraption to dispose of villagers from my breeder into the zombie cage. Okay, so that is one way of handling that, I guess. Jesus. Anyway, I'm just gonna ignore some of the messages then. Anyway, Fox, are you gonna build a raid farm, or do you already have one? I don't really know, because so far, like, a raid farm, I can understand the usage, but at the same time, I don't really have a good reasoning for me to, like, really make one. Because if it's for totems, I already have, like, 6 totems that I can use, and also I can get more pretty easily by doing other raids. And, yeah, for, like, emeralds and discounts, though, I don't know either, because so far zombifying the villagers is enough, and I don't usually need to regularly trade with villagers all the time, or even get free stuff from like you know, raids and all that stuff. So I don't really know, honestly. Anyway, how you doing, by the way, Sodium? Just swinging by, haven't been making it to stream because of work, so big rip. So how's the world so far as to Sodium? So far everything's been going relatively alright as far as I know. My throat is getting very gunky for whatever bloody reason, but other than that, it's going pretty smoothly. Until it doesn't, I guess. We'll see how things would go, though, in the near future. Okay, so in terms of beds, I am going to craft some more beds, because I do not have enough beds. So we're going to quickly grab some spare iron from over here and get ourselves a shear. And get ourselves some extra wool, because I don't have any wool, or like a huge amount of wool. Wait, no, I think there's actually like a lot of wool that I still have like spare somewhere. So we could theoretically like, yeah, I have like plenty of freaking bloody wool over here. Holy frick, I'm so freaking like stupid today. Alright, we'll set up some beds over there, I guess. At least we don't need to keep restocking a wool all the time, so thank the Lord for that. I'll keep the shears over here though, just in case we need to do that. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is not going to fit all the stuff in our inventory, so that's absolutely lovely. Alright, dump these for now. Let me see if we can try and fit this in. There we go. And I'll dump the rest of the materials that we don't need. So that way we can fit all the beds in our inventory. Why are you going over there? Inventory management. Alright, there we go. Frame drops, please. Yeah. So for the blocks, do I want to keep the stone bricks? I'm not too sure, but probably will definitely need to use them for moving the pillager and villagers later on. Alright, let's set up the beds over here. Is that a gunpowder farm? If you're talking about this, then yeah, that's a gunpowder farm. And we're not really talking about a raid farm at all, except for like who was that mentioned it? XBX just mentioning it earlier. But so far we're working on an iron farm, or a more beefed up version of an iron farm, because we already have like 3-ish basic ones, but I want a very overpowered one, or just a single like good like iron farm, so we don't need to like spend like a lot of these areas with just regular cheap ass farms. So that's what we're doing right now. Also join the very wacky Discord server, by the way. Also, I got a pretty nasty cold. Why do I have like 1 spare bed? Oh, that explains it. Or 2 spare beds. But yeah, big yikes though with a nasty cold. So hopefully able to recover from that. And be sure to get some good rest as well, mate. Big yikes. Alright, we'll also remove the blocks underneath these, so that way it'll be suspended over in mid-air. Yeah, moving the villagers over there is going to be a bit of an interesting challenge, because I'm not too sure how exactly that'll be able to be achieved. So we'll see how things would go. We'll just find some very creative solution to handle all that. Alright. I'll keep the blocks over here. God. Yep, that seems good. Okay, we'll just fix up the stuff over here. Hey, by the way, Reaper 𝗶𝗹. Hello, now speaking to another 𝗦cie𝗰𝗶𝗹. Hope you're doing pretty nice so far, though, 𝗶𝗹. If I was building, I probably would have a mental breakdown going along with the video. I mean, the video isn't really a tutorial, it's really just down to like a guide on how things are built, which is not entirely helpful, but at the same time, it's better than some guy being fast, placing down blocks all the time, and struggling to keep up about what the hell they're trying to do. That's actually really annoying, so having this sort of pace, the sort of like steady pace actually is pretty nice though. Or not really steady pace, but like having just a guide and a sort of like measurements in place is a bit better. It's similar to like a schematic. But anyway, this should in theory be like mostly set up in terms of like blocks, so we just need to get some water like fit it in, and also like a sort of like iron golem grinder on the bottom floor, or the bottom like on the floor over here, so that way we can get all that set up, and we should be pretty much good to go as far as I know. We just need to get some water as well, so let's quickly grab ourselves some water buckets, or maybe I'll just get some more buckets. Wait, I remember there's like a bucket somewhere that is left over in one of the chests. Let's see if I can try and grab them. Aha! I'm a genius. Okay. Smoking is kind of bad. How you doing, by the way? Smoking is kind of bad. Hope your day has been doing pretty nice, though. Hope you're doing alright. Alright. Get some water over here. It's currently 1 AM for me, so get some rest, Reaper 𝗶𝗹. If you're able to get the time or opportunity to do so, please get some rest, mate. Alright, there we go. What do you think about off-stream building and grinding? I honestly do that, so my sort of like thinking is that as long as you're just recording and like just able to like use it for like highlights or whatever like that in the future, that's perfectly fine. Like I would still do like some off-stream grinding anyway, because there's just a lot of like stuff, excuse me, there's a lot of stuff that will be much more tedious to work on that isn't really stream worthy. And yeah, usually I also like to do some secret projects in the background as well. So that's just my sort of take on it, but it depends on like how you approach it as well. Anyway, God, my throat. Granny80903 says hello. Hope you're doing pretty nice, by the way, Granny, I guess. Hope you're doing pretty well, by the way, mate. Alright, put some water over here. And that is just gonna be waterlogged. Absolutely lovely. How is this even, like, oriented correctly? I'm actually kind of confused by this. Like, it's not on the very bottom block. Wait. Did I even do this right? Yeah, I did this somewhat right. So there you go. The pillager is going to be basically stuck doing this for the rest of his entire life. Is there anything else that I'm missing in terms of, like, constructing the farm? Because I feel like I'm missing out something around through here. So
19th block.
There's some signs over here for some reason,
All the way up to
which
here,
yeah, that is very noticeable. Is that even like a thing that needs to be like that needs to be added? Because it doesn't seem to be. No, it's just like information by the looks of it, so it doesn't really. Hopefully, it doesn't really matter too much, so that's pretty good. So yeah, it's just like science, like explaining the rates, which is useful, I guess. But yeah, we don't need to add the sign, so that's pretty good. We can add that optional sort of like yeah, we can also add that optional sort of like piston arrangement or like sticky piston arrangement on the top, so that way we can toggle the farm working or not all the time, which actually could be very useful for making sure that we can manage our sort of storage when it comes to like the iron produced by this farm. But then again, I can just cover it up manually, so I don't know if that's really something I would really need to do. So, it's really just down to how you want to use it, I guess. So we'll probably just put like a nice sort of like a nice I'll probably also add like another shroom light on top of it, just to make sure everything is nice and illuminated. So let's just quickly grab one last shroom light and we should be good. See you later then, trends. Me struggling to sleep because I have ADHD, autism, and anxiety. I mean, anxiety I can understand. I'm not too sure about ADHD and autism affecting sleep in some ways, unless you get easily distracted while you're trying to go to sleep. And this is someone like with like mild ADHD and also some diagnosed autism as well. Probably it's like down to like how much distractions you have in your room. That could be a possible thing, but it depends on like why exactly you are struggling to go to sleep. Maybe it's probably like a lot of different factors, maybe insomnia and stuff like that. But yeah, it's still pretty X though. ADHD me being hyper. Interesting. I have autism and I also have a hard time to sleep as well, so it could also be down to like the environment that you currently have. What is this exactly? Oh, mozzarella sticks. Okay, that's pretty nice. Yeah, I was like wondering why my mom just like come out of nowhere with like two like breaded sticks. So I was like, why am I being given these things? But they're actually mozzarella sticks, so that's really good. Oh, yeah, I love these. Mozzarella sticks are always so nice. Brain doesn't stop me when trying to sleep. That's my ADHD. So it doesn't stop you trying to like go to sleep, which is very interesting. So I guess it really varies between different people. But so far, what I can kind of sort of deduce, just based on the information in the chat, is that it's really just down to like the sort of what your bedroom is laid out or how your environment's laid out. If you have like something that can make you easily distracted getting some sleep, it's not going to be very helpful in terms of like getting to sleep and stuff like that. But yeah, it really depends on how things would work or what sort of things are causing you to not go to sleep that easily. I found that like as someone with like ADHD and autism and whatever, having some sort of like music to drone out my brain helps a little bit, but that might vary between person to person. music might help, music might not help, so that's, again, like a sort of tip that might be good for some people. Anyway, see you later then, 𝗏𝗶, and hope you have a pretty nice cuddle session, by the way. We're having a hyper mind, thanks to ADHD, though. I'm not too sure exactly what's the best course of action to approach that, so... I mean, that's so far all the tips I can give as someone with, some issues in the past, having some trouble going to sleep, but usually, like, having, like, a way to distract your brain or droning out your brain helps out with getting some sleep as well. Pitch black and mind racing with new ideas of builds or new songs to write or something. Yeah, absolutely lovely. Gotta love it when your brain just, like, becomes active or, like, very creative in the worst possible moments. It's basically like shower thoughts, but except instead of being in the shower, you just want to go to sleep. Basically, you're just in pain forever because of that. Absolutely lovely. It's definitely, like, a problem as well. Alright, anyway. So the next issue we need to deal with is how in the bloody hell do we get the Iron Golem drops to be done? Because basically, depending on where the Iron Golem is going to be dropped, where exactly would we put the sort of grinding platform? So somewhere around through here, I guess? I'm going to quickly lay things out so that way we know what is the sort of like layout of this bloody thing. And have it probably like up to the edge as much as possible as well, just for the sake of our sanity. Okay, let me just quickly figure out what the width of the drop or grinding system should be. It's up towards over here. And it should be also somewhere around through here. How you doing, by the way? Twitch server up. Hope you're doing pretty nice, by the way, mate. The mod that I'm using for that sort of blur thing is called, well, Blur. You can search up like a Blur Minecraft mod or something, and that should hopefully give you the result that you're looking for. I actually have not taken into account the movement like this, so that probably is also a bit of a factor that we'll need to deal with in terms of like this Iron Golem grinder, so we'll set that up real quick. But that's pretty much all we need to do over here, hopefully. We'll just add some more... Yeah, we need to add some signs and stuff at the end, so that way the water doesn't accidentally like solidify all the lava sources and whatnot, so that's gonna be lovely. Probably would move this back by an extra block for the sake of our safety, for the Iron Golems that is, until they die. But yeah, that is one platform sort out. Let's deal with the other platforms pretty soon. What do you like to do in Minecraft? I don't know, just stream and do some hardcore stuff. That's what I kind of like about it. Or like to do in this sort of game. Nicely seasoned mozzarella sticks. Alright, so we'll have the first drop over here. Gonna get the corners of this this Iron Golem like spawning platform set up real quick. And there we go. That should be pretty much good. We'll also extend this by an extra block just to make things a little bit more safe. And pretty much like the grinder space can actually just be reduced, so that way they can just go straight towards lava much more faster. Not have like a huge stream of water going all over the place. But yeah, considering that it'll just be dropping at the same point, this should just be fine. So that's that set up. Anyway, nice, I'm not really that peaceful, says Granny. So if you want war and destruction, I honestly can understand that. So, nothing too wrong about wanting war and destruction in like someone else's server or whatever. Or your own single player world. As long as you're not doing anything too wacky. Alright, drop down over here. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, just making sure that's lined up perfectly with the other grinder areas here. If you're into crashing pay-to-win servers, then pog, honestly. There's a nice sort of art when it comes to like lagging out like pay-to-win servers like that. Hang on, let me just deal with what the width is correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7, 8. There you go. Got that sorted out. And then maybe we can try and like sort of give an exact positioning of where this platform or grinder is going to be without having to keep dropping from the sky all the time. So that's going to be pretty nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looking pretty good. What's the best achievement that you've ever done in Minecraft? Best achievement? I don't really... yeah, I don't really know what counts as a best achievement. Yeah, I don't really know, honestly. I'm also very terrible about like picking like what's the best or the favorite sort of things that I've done. But if I had to like think of like a notable one, it's working on like some very big projects, like city-related projects, and getting somewhere close to being done, despite not getting done whatsoever. But I guess that's sort of like some sort of accomplishment, I guess, or achievement that I've done, because I would never really see myself like in the past work on something that's really big or whatever until recently. So I guess that's also a big sort of accomplishment or achievement for me, I guess. I'm not even going to ask why the hell you're over here, but anyway. Apologies to also everyone who is going to be hungry from me eating these mozzarella sticks. So apologies in advance. Anyway, that's pretty interesting there, Granny. I mean, pretty much doing the Lord's work, just making sure that like a lot of people are not going to get immediately hooked into some very stupid like pay-to-win sort of things. That is also strictly against the ULA of like Minecraft servers. So still pretty yikes though that they're still like up and around. God, my throat has to be very whack for today. I wonder if I can just get away with like having like a lava pit, like a single lava grinder pit for like just iron golems that like die in. That could actually be that could actually work well as like a way of getting the making sure we clear out the mob cap very easily. But I'm not too sure how well that's going to be. But we could probably experiment it once the iron golem farm is working. So we'll see how things would go. Describe what was the closest moment you have ever died in this hardcore world. I mean, a creeper exploded right in front of my face. Despite, so basically I was trying to like hunt down creepers for gunpowder because we did not have the creeper farm completely set up because I'm an idiot and keep running out of time or whatever, or materials. And while I was trying to kill some creepers, a nice bit of tall grass was in the way. And I popped a totem because of that. So if I would say that's the closest to death, then that would be it. I don't think I actually popped any totems other than that as far as I know, but that was the most notable totem pop that has happened in this world so far. And it's really a testament to know that even wearing like this amount of armor is not enough to survive against creepers. How was the schoolwork that you had to do? I would say confidently it's almost completely finished. It was a bit of a bloody mess to go through though. I'm not going to really share too many details about my assignments though, for the sake that, like, I don't know, my school's going to come out nowhere and just yell at me for academic integrity or something like that. But one of them involved having to like write down like a bit of a case study on something, and it's already over like 1,000 words, and I have to like make sure that I'm not plagiarizing freaking words, hopefully. But yeah, it's going alright. I'm probably lost a few brain cells trying to comprehend information that I'm missing out, but at least I wasn't like dying, I guess. But overall, we're doing alright. 𝗦ście says, does your school know you're a streamer? I'm gonna say it's an open secret. Some people do know and just meme about it, or actually specifically know that I have a YouTube channel. I'm not too sure if they know that I have like a... Actually, no. I would definitely say it as an open secret. Some people are like sussing me out for streaming on Twitch for whatever reason. But I don't think they know too much about me as a streamer personally or anything like that. So it's just mainly an open secret, like, oh, is this guy that does random Twitch streams at this time of, like, the day or something like that. And as far as I know, I don't think any like, I don't know, like, classmate I know knows that I'm, like, streaming regularly, so it's just whatever. Like, does the teachers know? Probably not. They're busy doing their own thing, so they're probably just not gonna care, honestly. I know the student teachers, though, are probably looking around, like, Discord or whatever like that, but as far as I know, they don't really care either. I mean, honestly, no one really cares. Like, everyone's doing their own thing and doing their own projects and doing their own cool stuff. Some of which is actually way more cooler than this wacky Twitch channel, honestly, so yeah, it's just whatever. Okay, so we got these boxes sorted out. How on earth do we want to structure the collection system, I guess? So what I'm thinking is that we have like a 3 block wide lava sort of pool over here. There'll be signs around through here. But then again, I also want to like future-proof the storage, because that was the biggest gripe I had with the previous design of Iron Farms back in Season 6, is that the storage options were extremely stupid. So I'm going to raise this grinder by an extra 2 blocks, and that should give us a little bit more extra double chest room for us to store the god knows how much iron is going to be produced by this farm. It probably will be a lot, so we'll see. What do you mean by, like, the most recent stuff that happened in the hardcore world? I mean, this is the most recent stuff that's happening to the hardcore world. Plot twist, I am his teacher, oh my goodness. Yeah, like, I'm actually pretty grateful that, like, I'm in, like, a university or, like, even my high school, like, people know back in my high school, and it actually became a meme that, like, they know that I am, like, a Twitch streamer and something like that. Even when I got partner, everyone was, like, everyone was pretty hyped about that as well, which is pretty funny. But at the same time, people just don't bother you all the time after a while, and everyone's just doing their own thing. They just know, like, oh, yeah, Fox does Twitch streaming. He's pretty cool, but then they just do their own thing. So they don't have to, like, act like an obnoxious... Well, except for one person. There was one person that was completely obnoxious to deal with, but everyone else was just chill. Which is something that I probably should not take for granted whatsoever, because I know for a fact there's some people out there in the world that'll just never chill with, like, interacting with, like, very famous people and whatnot. Anyway, Twitch server up, by the way. Welcome to the Fox Army. Excuse me for my throat still being very gunky, though. But hey, big pog, though. Is it just me, or when I get new teachers, I find out their address? That definitely is just you, because that seems very, very whack. Yeah. As far as I know, no teacher or any registrar really would give out personal details. That's very yikes. So, if a school does that, I have absolutely no idea what the frick their purpose is for doing that. Very, very whack. Anyway, Undertale music indeed. Again, still pretty whack if they're just having some publicly available information, like on Google and stuff like that. Alright, anyway. Like, for the sake of security and stuff like that, it would be probably very important to, like, tell them that they're, like, that their private information is, or personal information or details is up on Google easily. Still pretty yikes, though. But yeah, that's just going to be a disaster waiting to happen if something doesn't happen as a result of that. Big fat yikes. Alright. So we'll have to, like, build, like, a nice sort of, like, lava chamber around through here. So we'll build, like, a nice sort of, like, wall over here to set things up. I don't even know what the finalized width of the lava chamber or lava grinder is going to be, so maybe this is more than enough. We'll see. Alright. So the lava is going to be located around through here, so we need a lot of signs We need to set up a lot of signs so we can get this area set up. So that's gonna be lovely for us. Where is some sticks and whatnot to use? Should I use acacia wood for all of this? I mean, I have to like clear out some of the trees over there, so I guess we're gonna be using a lot of, or making a lot of acacia sort of like signs for today. That's gonna be lovely. XBX says, did you see the question I posted earlier? I mean, yeah, I already mentioned about like the assignments somewhat, but I'm not gonna give too many details about it, because you know, I just don't want to get yelled at by like my school if they like discover like if I discuss anything about it. It's gonna be whack. So, but so far everything's going pretty alright. God, my stomach's really beginning to be reacting to all the water I've been drinking. Jesus. Oh, the one before that. Longest time you talked to someone for like Discord or phone? I don't know, honestly. So yeah, that's all I can really give as an answer to that one. But yeah, longest call I ever had on Discord or someone on the phone. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea. There probably is like a very long Discord conversation I made with somebody some time ago, but yeah, based on my terrible memory, I don't really recall any sort of very long like duration like phone call or Discord call in the past. Anyway, want to hear mine? I don't know if that's gonna be fun or something to listen to, I guess. Alright, anyway. W. Imagine we just put a W over there. Alright, that's the first set of signs sorted out, and I'm gonna be clearly running out of signs at some point, so I'm gonna quickly get some more trees, or get some more acacia wood from these trees over here. Let them all die out, so that way we can clear this area up. God, my throat is so freaking gunky. I hate it. I hate it so much. Why does my throat have to be this gunky? On the bright side, though, it is starting to get a little bit more chilly. But only for today, unfortunately, because that's the only time where this polar blast is going to be in effect here in Auckland. And then the next 2 days are going to be still warm AF. Thank you very much, climate change, I guess. I was really wanting to get some nice cold weather so that way I don't have to deal with the summer heat anymore, but no. No, I guess we just have to wait for a few more extra weeks. And then we get the proper cold. My feet are actually cold, which is actually kind of sad. It actually feels nice in some ways compared to, like, I don't know, having your feet boiling hot whenever you're trying to get some sleep. It's not fun. Anyway, nearly everyone over 18 is on a website on Google, and they know. Like, okay, what country is that? Because what in the frick is the point of, like, having a register or, like, a thing or database like that publicly available? Unless there's some sort of law, then maybe that makes sense or something. I have no idea. It's definitely not North Korea, obviously. But, like, yeah, I don't know what specific country would just allow or implement such a thing like that. Sweden. I'm trying to, like, figure out, because I remember, like, reading or watching a video about something about, I think one of the Scandinavian countries having, like, a public database available of, like, tax records or information and stuff like that. I'm gonna presume that is Sweden. But I'm not too sure if that's supposed to be, like, good to have, like, the information that publicly available. Especially if it contains, like, a lot of personal details, but I don't know what their culture is in Sweden, though, and whether there's actual laws enforced and to make sure that no one's abusing the system or anything. But the fact that no one seems to be really, like, batting an eye or making a huge fuss about it, I guess speaks some volume, I guess. Alright, let's just quickly go over here. Dump this back over here. We need some more sticks as well. So let me see if we can try and get some more trees over here. I mean, I'm under 18 and I'm on Google, so let's see how things would go. That might change later on if you'll be living in Sweden for quite some time. 14-hour calls and 1 10-hour, and I don't know how my body works in the mornings. That is very bizarre. But how the frick does someone last, like, through a 14-hour call? Because I'm betting it's not 14 hours continuous. like conversation with somebody. It would have to be like breaks in between and whatnot. So I have no idea. Anyway, I'm just gonna probably like do some proper research on that sort of like database to know what the heck the point of it is supposed to be. It actually probably would be possible that the addresses that are supplied are not actual home addresses, but who knows? Depends really. Okay, let's go and convert these into more sticks and then get some more acacia signs set up. Is there any more acacia trees that I can kind of eat, or is that literally all of them? I think there's some over here, though. Alright, let's just quickly get some more acacia signs over here. Sizable says I cannot stay, just wanted to say hi. No worries then. Got my throat. But anyway, hope you're doing pretty nice still, as always, Sizable. And hope your day's been doing alright. Alright. How the frick did you manage to get up all the way over there? How... like... I'm gonna presume, like, there's, like, some sort of, like, weird system being in place by these villagers that's causing, like, the iron golem to spawn on top over there. I don't know if that's really a good thing or a bad thing. Especially since we're working on an iron farm over there, I guess, but... these villagers are weird. Alright, anyway. Very, very bizarre. Okay, so that's all good. I probably would need a spawn proof. Definitely would need to spawn proof that at some point, because that's definitely going to be very scuffed. 1, 2, 3. So put this wall over here for the meantime. Whoops. Anyway, you just stay over there, Iron Golem, until we fix up like a nice sort of lava grinder in which your brethren are going to die repeatedly. I mean, go to a new state of being after a while. This is definitely not going to be a very scuffed operation. Sizable day's doing pretty good, so I hope your day's doing good as well. Big pog to hear about that. Alright, that looks good. Yeah, I probably would need to like shrink the size of this villager containment facility or something like that, because that would not be ideal. Iron golems are just going to be spawning all over the place. Definitely not ideal. Alright, 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to figure out if I should probably make like a combined sort of like collection room for this iron farm, because that will make our life a little bit more easier in collecting the iron, but excuse me, it'll make our life a lot more easier collecting the iron, but at the same time it probably doesn't really matter too much, especially since if we want to have like a nice reserve set up for, or like a nice iron reserve set up for like one project and another and all that stuff, that might be pretty useful. So we'll probably just experiment with ideas and see which would work out better. It probably would be entirely possible that I'll set up like another like universal collection facility similar to what the the creeper farm over there is currently using, because there's like 4 modules of creeper farms, but there's one main collection system to avoid having to move all over the place in order to get some stuff. Ah! Thank you very much for that. Speaking of creeper farms, let me just double check what the rates are right now, considering that we've been around here. Okay, that's probably like a lot of... I think that's probably more than enough gunpowder for fireworks. That's a good amount of gunpowder, and some extras over here for whatever reason, but hey, that's good to know over there. Okay, anyway, that's sorted out. So we'll just deal with this now. So I don't have any stone bricks. Well, that's gonna be a bit of a frick then. The one good thing we have is that we have many foxes in Sweden. So, hey, I guess that's a pog in some way. But then again, not too surprising. Knowing that's Scandinavia almost in a nutshell. Alright, anyway. How you doing, by the way, Bing Bang Zinger? Welcome back again, mate. God, I really am catching myself with like some very gunky throat today. But yeah, hope you're doing pretty nice so far, though, Big Bang Zinger. Hope you're still doing pretty nice so far. God, I sound like... my voice sounds very whack. Deep and whack, which is not really an ideal sort of like placement for your throat. Alright, let's just quickly add this sort of divider over here first, and then we'll get some sleep to avoid death spawning all over the place. Especially these, especially since these things are not really spawn-proofed yet. So we'll set that up real quick. Anyway, so many foxes that we are killing them because they're beginning to kill Arctic foxes. Apparently, what? I mean, I guess, like, foxes are pretty territorial, but if it's becoming to the point where foxes are becoming pests, big yikes. Alright, anyway, I do have some, like, iron trap doors somewhere, but I kind of want to leave that for now until later on. Once we have, like, enough iron to, like, or use, like, the iron trap doors for, like, a lot of spawn proofing. We'll just leave it there for now. Alright. D, thank you very much. Alright. Ah! It's because they're moving more north and they're that's pushing out like Arctic foxes away, so that's why they die. I see. So it's mainly like both a territorial and like a migration sort of thing. Big fat yikes. I usually wonder if there's any sort of like programs or sort of conservation movements involving the need to sort of like sort of protected areas in place for Arctic foxes, or also like other foxes as well, to avoid that thing from happening too much. But yeah, that's still pretty whack though. Anyway, thank you very much, 𝗦ście, for a nice stretch again. Or 𝗦XBX redeemed the first stretch, but always nice to do some more stretches, you know. Anyway, if they're heading more north, and that's pressing out the Arctic foxes because of climate change, it also could be just down to like other. I mean, climate change would be definitely a big factor, but when it comes to like having to make sure that like a population of a certain like species of animals does not get themselves completely destroyed and whatnot, I can see them having to like implement some sort of like conservation sort of program or something to avoid that from worsening. Because even though like climate change needs to be addressed as soon as possible, in the meantime we're just letting that sort of issue happen though. So that's still pretty yikes. Alright. Here comes the biggest dilemma of this entire freaking day. And actually no, there's two major dilemmas, and I think we'll probably have to leave them mostly for next stream. What's the easiest thing that we can do for today's stream? Probably we'll just what we're gonna be doing until the end of the stream today will just be like fitting in all the lava at the edges over here, so that way if we somehow accidentally spawn in an iron golem over here, at least they'll perish in some way. We'll need to move that iron golem out of there somehow. But the next big issue I have is moving the villagers and pillagers into their locations. And so far the best solution I can think of is like a lot of rail systems to deal with all of that. So I'm trying to figure out what would be the best approach in handling the movement of all of those mobs. But yeah, probably like a rail system will work best. Hopefully. Anyway, I'll see you next time, 𝗦XBX. I'm not unwell, it's just my throat being very stupid. But physically I'm feeling pretty nice. But yeah, my freaking throat completely sucks. So hopefully I get some nice rest soon, even though I need to wake up early tomorrow. Oh boy. HS says, how's it going? I suppose this is a new world. Did you get tired of the old one with the Ice Town and Nether build? Or did you die? We died. How did you die? Exclamation mark S6 in the chat. And good luck with this world, then, says HS. Why did it say H6? Okay, anyway. Hope you're doing pretty nice, though, HS, though. And, yeah, welcome back as well. But yeah, a lot of developments have happened in the past few months, and that involves a 2-year hardcore world death. Which is yikes. So, but anyway, hope you're doing pretty nice though, mate. And hopefully you're still doing okay. Can you please not walk inside through here, Iron Golem? Thank you very much. Alright, now comes our biggest sort of pain point right now, is to transport a lot of freaking bloody lava. So, we'll see how that's going to go. I'm gonna dump all the stone bricks over here and grab ourselves a lot of buckets. Because I need a lot of lava sources right now. Hooray! Got loved having to deal with all that. At least we know. At least we have like a nice little iron farm over here, a basic one at least that we can keep using. All right, give us a lot of buckets, and then we'll also probably use some spare iron to set up all of the trapdoors for spawn-proofing the grinder areas. That'll be very useful. All right, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How wide is it again? How wide is each of the grinder things? I'm just gonna get an entire stack of like buckets for now, and see how things would go, because I have no idea what is the absolute limit that we can go for. All right, 14 left, and 3 extra for whatever reason that we need. So I'll just leave that over here, I guess. I'll leave this shulker box over there as well for the meantime. Yeah, for the meantime. I can't even speak properly anymore as well. There goes my brain, and my speaking ability is all gone in a flash. Amazing. How the frick can I not get into my own free nether portal? I need to fix this. I'll need to fix this eventually, because this is getting really infuriating. Why is my frames dropping even more? Game please. I don't really need some more frame drops. That'll be highly appreciated. Alright, go back into the nether and quickly get ourselves a lot of lava. I mean, that's the easiest way you can get a lot of lava anyway. I mean, there's renewable lava sources, but at the same time, that's a bit too slow. So we're going for the much more quicker method of just doing a lot of scooping. Beautiful. Alright. It also was a pretty wise idea to just stick to like a stack of lava, because that is a lot of inventory space been wasted from like having to deal with all that. Big yikes. Alright, let's go back to the overworld and start setting up all the lava bits for the grinders. And hopefully everything is going to work out. Excuse me. Perfectly fine. Unless it doesn't, then I'll be sad. Alright, lava, the edges over here. It doesn't need to have like a lava source all over the place, but ideally it needs to like cover around the edges to make sure that everything remains consistent. And also the height remains consistent, because there probably will be incidents where things will be getting very wacky. So we'll put that over there, and one over there. There we go. So that's a nice sort of pool of lava to work with. I'm going to probably put some stone bricks below, just in case iron golems do spawn in. So that way they actually would die and drop their iron ingots and whatnot, and not just get stuck inside the grinders themselves, because that'll be not ideal. So this is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is a bit high. So I'll probably just keep it to like this high for now. Alright. Yeah, we'll need to fit all this in for the meantime, until we get everything finalized. But yeah, this is like ample room for us to get some nice sort of storage solutions for these iron farms, which is good. Really good for us to look at. Alright, we only have 6, so we'll just do the edges over here, just like so. Blup, blup, and blup. Alright, let me actually like quickly set up the iron trapdoors before we leave, so that way we don't have to waste more time on dealing with this. There we go. Can I fly all the way over the edges over there? No. The answer is unfortunately no. Alright, there we go. I don't know if I want to keep the middle like a divider or anything like that, but it probably would be important to like spawn proof it at least, just to make sure that other like mobs don't spawn on top of it, because that'll be very annoying to deal with. There we go. I'm gonna grab some spare. Where's all the spare iron trapdoors I left behind? There they are. We'll use that. Let's get some more lava so we can get all the other sources dealt with. Anyway, getting pretty tired, which is honestly normal considering what the time is, but then again it's 8:40. I should not be feeling that tired at 8:40. Jesus. Guess that's what happens when university hits your brain very hard, I guess. In terms of like energy levels and whatever. Pretty insane. Alright, grab that, and I almost lost a bucket. Why the frick is that the case? Because I have so much stone bricks, apparently. Well, you can just burn. You can just burn for the meantime. Alright, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 14, 16 buckets. Perfect. That's all good then. See you later then, Granny. I'll see you next time. Be sure to join the 𝗦cie Discord server, by the way, so that way you don't get I can't speak anymore. You'll get notified immediately when the next stream goes live, so yeah. As long as you have already done that, then I'll see you next time. But hey, big pog. Alright, let's go and fit in. Do not fall down into the lava pool itself. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2. That'll just be enough. I have joined. Wait. Just double checking. Alright, do that. And then do that. Do you have the !followage command? Yes, you can do !followage in the chat. And as far as I know, it still works, so you can definitely see it work. So let's quickly get some rest. Also 1 month and 26 days, big pog. So yeah, almost 2 months, so pretty nice. Damn it, I really want to get some more mozzarella sticks. That was a nice sort of treat to eat. Alright, see you later then, Granny. Great name as always. Alright, let's deal with this. Iron trapdoors on the very top. Make sure everything is all sorted out. Alright, lava over here. Like, I will be able to get away with just only a small layer of lava, but at the same time, I might as well keep things consistent to avoid some very weird irregularities from happening. So that's why I'm doing the full sort of scoop like this to make sure that these guys stay where they are. All right, 1, 2. Build a platform over here, so once iron golems do start spawning in, we don't have a problem with dealing with them when they spawn in for the first time. Probably would need to do that to this area as well. Anyway, 22 days pog for pasta though. That gave me a little bit of a heart attack. At least I know it's very effective against players as well. Oh god. Alright, anyway. This has already been fitted out. Yep. New platform adjustments, so I'll need to quickly get some more lava. And then I think that'll be pretty much all the work we want to do for today, because I am feeling still tired and I need to sleep early because I need to wake up early tomorrow. So that's going to be a lot of fun, but we'll see how things would go. 𝗦cie𝗰𝗶𝗹, if that's how to pronounce your name. Hope you're doing pretty nice, by the way, mate. And yeah, welcome to the Fox Army, by the way, mate. Hope you're still doing pretty nice. Or if you're doing pretty nice. Oh, welcome back, Granny. Anyway, I'm such a donut. I went to look for turtles, but forgot to bring seagrass. I mean, then again, seagrass is easy to get as long as you have shears. But then again, I have no idea what the circumstances are for you at the moment. But they're not, it's not the end of the world, so that's honestly a good thing if you forgot about seagrass. Alright, anyway, let's go back over here. I'll definitely have some excess lava, so I have no idea where I'm going to put, like, some extra lava buckets into, but oh well. We'll keep them in our hands in case we would ever need them for whatever reason. Alright, lava over here, lava over here, and lava over here. One lava here, one lava over there. Yeah, just a nice sort of even coating of lava. Just to make sure everything is working or like efficiently destroying stuff in the way. And we have 6 lava buckets left. Excellent. I have no idea what the frick do I do with them. So I'll just store them somewhere until we figure something out. Alright. Whoops. There we go. All the trapdoors have been set up, so that's pretty good to look at. 1, 2. Get the sort of basic platform here. And yeah, that's pretty much the grinder setup. Without the collection system though, because we still need to make sure everything is still working with the farm. But pretty much the major problem that we have to deal with now, or for like next stream I guess on Friday, is to find a way to transport multiple villagers and have them get stuck inside this very tiny spot, and also move the pillager all the way over here. That's going to be a very interesting sort of thing that we'll have to solve, and whether that's going to work or not is honestly going to be down to whatever the heck next stream is going to look like, because it probably will look very, 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 very whack by the end of it, so we'll see. Anyway, 𝗦cije, if that's how to pronounce your name. 𝗦cije, if that's how to pronounce your name. Apologies if I completely butchered your pronunciation, or your name's pronunciation, but hope you're doing pretty nice so far. And yeah, welcome to the Fox Army as well, mate. Alright, let me just do some quick like clean ups in some of the areas over here. We also probably need to like quickly unload all the iron from like the basic iron farms over there as well, to make sure everything is not overloading. So we'll quickly sort that out real quick, and then we'll end off for tonight, where hopefully my nose will not be an absolute arse or something, I guess. Who knows. You just call me nerd, says nerd. That's no worries then. So I hope you're having a pretty nice day so far, mate. Okay, this can just go back over here for the meantime. This can go back over there. How's the performance of the iron farms over here? So far it's already filling up. That's really a good sign. Oh, it's already a very good sign. Jesus Christ almighty. A lot of iron was stuck over there. And why is there still mobs? Like other mobs like getting stuck inside there. What the bloody frick? Okay, anyway, I'll quickly clear out the poppies, because that is yikes. I'll quickly burn those up, because I don't really have any interest in sort of dealing or composting them anytime soon. Alright, there we go. And then we'll put some iron blocks, or get some iron blocks out of those. That looks pretty good. Alright, so that's completely unloaded. Is this one also pretty much clogged up? Oh my god, it is still being clogged up. What the frick? What the heck are these, like, mob drops coming from? Where are they even coming from in the first place? Alright, anyway. That's pretty yikes. But anyway, at least we know... At least we're about to upgrade this entire farm at some point. Alright, there we go. Throw that out. Get the iron from here. This feels like being like a beekeeper for some weird reason, even though this is not like a honey farm or whatnot. But if like the maintenance of having to like unload and like clean up like sort of the farm feels a bit like having a sort of job as a beekeeper. I don't know why, but it just has a very weird feeling to it. Anyway, 𝗦_microwave. Interesting name. Hope you're doing pretty nice, by the way. 𝗦_microwave. Hope your day's been doing pretty nice though. Oh my god, there's so much iron, which is good. It's a good thing, but holy frick, there's so much iron. Oh god. At least we don't have to worry about like our iron supplies for a short bit until we need a lot of iron for something really stupid. Okay, let's unload all of that then. Anyway, I have this farm. This very nice basic iron farm from 𝗦cije_𝗶𝗹, which is POG. It actually works surprisingly damn well, as long as you're using it in the right location. Anyway, make a full iron beacon. I mean, that's what we've already done already, multiple times. So, yeah, I have no idea exactly what else we need to use the iron for, but at least we're not going to run out anytime soon. At least we can make a lot of beacons and not worry about, like, iron supplies. Back when we had, like, a huge issue of, like, iron being a thing we need to work or use for building these farms over here. But at least we don't have to worry about that for some points, I guess. But anyway, I'm going to probably call it for tonight. Got all the basic iron farms cleared out. So basically next stream is going to be us working on a very temporary rail system to transport all the villagers. And I'm going to bet that is going to be a wild-ass adventure to see whether those villagers and even that pillager over there is going to cooperate. So, yeah, I'll see how things will go from there. But in the meantime, if you want to see more of these very wacky streams, I definitely recommend you join the Very Wacky Discord server, so that way you get notified immediately when the next stream goes live, and yeah, you'll not miss out any more of these wacky hardcore streams, I guess. Plus also the variety game streams that we do also on the side as well, so that's also pretty fun. So anyway, be sure to join the Wacky Discord server. Have a good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, and hopefully my throat does not become gunky and my brain doesn't become very soggy, I guess, in like Friday's stream, and I'll see you guys again on Friday. What a great outro that is. Holy Jesus Christ.